When making the decision to come to Clemson, I was initially interested in a lot of different focus areas like economics and math and physics and engineering. So I was attracted to Clemson because it has strong departments in a lot of these different areas, so I had the opportunity to pursue multiple things.
What attracted me to Clemson was its great engineering program, in addition to all the opportunities that I saw here.
The interdisciplinary research at Clemson is something that attracted me to it. My major is in mechanical engineering, but with that I also do research in electrical engineering, material sciences. I also use bioengineering.
What attracted me to Clemson was how impactful the engineering program was.
So I grew up coming to games, football games in the fall, like all the time. And I just loved the atmosphere, and I loved that it was part of my family dynamic. It was something we did together.
It sounds crazy, but when I first stepped on Clemson's campus, I just knew that this is where I wanted to be. From the down-to-earth, super friendly people to the global opportunities that Clemson provides its students, I was just really excited.
I knew coming into college that I wanted to do industrial engineering and healthcare, and I thought Clemson's department was really unique in that they're doing a lot of healthcare research, and I loved kind of how involved the professors were with the students.
So I toured around a lot of schools as I was kind of looking at where I might go to college, and immediately when I came to Clemson, I just loved the campus. I wanted a kind of all the things that came with a big school, you know, the big sports and the lots of choices and majors and all those things, but also wanted kind of that feel of a small school, and I think Clemson had that just perfectly, just that balance.
I would definitely say the thing that attracted me most would be the people here. I've lived all over the country in so many different states, and there's nothing quite like the people here in Clemson, South Carolina.
I was looking for an internship, and I wanted also to work on glass science, and I know Clemson had that amazing optical fiber research facility, and that's what really attracted me to Clemson.
I mean, yeah, I came up, you know, going to football games and hanging out with my family, but it hasn't meant as much to me until, you know, obviously being here now and going through it all.
My undergraduate research began junior year with Dr. Webb in bioengineering. Initially, we started out researching to try to develop an esophageal hydrogel to help with acid reflux patients.
So amongst some introductory classes that we were taking, we did a little bit of a research segment with Dr. Gilmore, and we were learning the basics to research, how to do quality and effective research, and at the end of the program, we were able to do our little own mini research project.
So I've been working with Dr. John Balado from the Department of Material Science and Engineering, and we've been working on developing those optical fibers that exhibit low intrinsic nonlinearities, and that's very beneficial for all sort of high-power fiber-based applications.
My second research project is in the electrical and computer engineering department with Dr. Carl Baum. I'm focusing on developing mathematical models and algorithms for detecting nuclear source location within a large volume like a high-rise building or a ship.
My research is in cell sorting using fluid flow and electric fields, and this has applications in therapeutics, for example in neural cell therapy for stem cells.
So I've been working with two professors primarily, with Dr. John Balado working with optical fibers and essentially looking at what different materials we can put in kind of the cores of these optical fibers and what kind of uses we can get out and properties from those different materials.
Yeah, I worked for Dr. Batt through Creative Inquiry. I partnered with him as well as his PhD student, Alexander Bina. They're in packaging science and bioengineering, and we worked with data analytics and sports. So we looked at tackles and impacts and those classifications, and really doing a lot of machine learning and data analysis with sport performance metrics.
I am the project lead for the Engineers Without Borders Nicaragua group, and I am working with Mr. Jerry Wiley on developing a water system to improve the water quality and increase the water quantity for a community in Nicaragua. And it's just a great way to apply what I'm learning in the classroom to a real-world setting where I can solve problems to help a community in need.
I went to South Asia with kind of a program out of a campus ministry, and so I had an opportunity to spend a month there, and then also with that same program, actually next week for spring break, I'll be taking a team of 12 to Prague, and then again another team of 12 for 6 weeks this summer to Prague.
One of the mentors, Mark Allen, was the one that helped me and my friends go through a journey of a freshman year in college. Without Mark, I feel like I wouldn't have known the basics of doing anything in Clemson.
Dr. Joan Marler has been really inspiring to me, not just in my physics research, but also in my classes and other research as well. She asks a lot of really fundamental questions that reach back to first principles concepts, and is quick to point out results that don't make sense.
Yes, so far in my journey in Clemson, my advisor, Dr. Martinez Duarte, is the most influential person, I think, in my life. And I admire his energy and positive attitude to the work, as also the environment he presents to his students.
So my advisor, Dr. Balado, he really inspired me because he motivated me throughout my entire research in Clemson.
The person I most look up to at Clemson is Shraddha Narasimha. She was my mentor while I did research this past summer, and I really just looked up to the way that she's researching, what she's researching, and her life goals really align with mine. And she showed me that women can succeed in industrial engineering.
So it might sound like a cheesy answer, but I'm going to choose Deshaun Watson, but not for the reason most people would think. So a lot of people admire him because he's a great football player. But actually I was running up the hill on campus on a jog and he passed me and said, "Hey, keep your knees up." And I think that was just a really encouraging moment.
Well, one thing that comes to mind was the first football game I went to. This was the first football game I ever been to in a while, and it was really exciting. Like the fans cheering, the audience is going crazy, everyone's jumping, screaming. It was a really fun experience to be a Tiger that day.
The most significant experience for me at Clemson has been senior design. I have developed a lot of friendships through this experience and have enjoyed combining industry knowledge with knowledge that I've learned in all my classes here at Clemson to develop a product to influence others.
Getting involved in undergraduate research and kind of taking that leap to go interview at a lab and start working and get this idea of, okay, here's all these things I've been learning in class and here's how they fit into research and what graduate school looks like, even get a little bit of look into working with some industry partners and getting to see how that all works.
I was selected to be one of the members on Freshman Council. Freshman Council is a branch of student government designated only for freshmen. And within Freshman Council, we are taught the principles of servant leadership and just how to be effective leaders on campus and around the community.
I got to go to GHS and observe their program, and I kind of put on scrubs and was in the hospital, and that was the moment I was kind of like, wow, I really love this and I can really see myself doing this in my career.
After graduating, I plan to attend University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign for the electrical engineering PhD program. I really think that research and teaching are both very important, so ultimately I'd like to stay in academia and become a professor one day.
I like the research work I'm doing in Clemson, and I'm looking for a postdoctoral opportunity in a similar field.
Yes, I will be working as a technology consultant at Ernst & Young in Charlotte next fall.
I got accepted to the PhD program at Maryland College Park's iSchool. So that's information studies. So it's a little different from industrial engineering, but the goal is to focus in human-computer interaction.
After graduation in May, I am going to attend the University of South Carolina School of Medicine, Greenville. It starts in July, and I will be part of class of 2022.
Yeah, so I'm going to stay at Clemson for my master's. I'm doing the joint bachelor's-master's program right now. And then after my master's, I want to work at a healthcare organization or a hospital looking at how we can improve their processes.
Yeah, so I am planning on going to graduate school to get a master's in aerospace engineering, still working with materials.
I'll be working for Bank of America in Charlotte. I'll be working for their Global Technology and Operations Center as a business analyst.
So I'm really interested in healthcare and the way that healthcare systems work. And with my Clemson industrial engineering degree, I would love to be able to join the conversation about improving our healthcare systems.
I'm planning on going back to France, to Paris, and I would like to do take either an industry or postdoc position. What matters is I want to do something I like.